Love you wants what's best for you. So I will share that. Now, we have some fun things going on out here. I'm going to start with the little trucks yet. And these kids that are driving, they have no idea that I'm going to make them introduce themselves. So I'm going to start down here with Lady Luck. And what's your name and how old are you?
I'm Kinsley and I'm 10 years old.
Kinsley, 10 years old. This is pretty cool. Powered by a big Honda 4-cylinder, I see. How long have you been driving this, Kinsley?
I've been driving
3 years driving. How about that? Cool. Very nice, Kinsley. All right, and this young lady over here, I've seen you back in the snack shack working before. I didn't know you could drive a mini monster truck. What's your name and how old are you?
I'm Allie and I'm 12.
12-year-old Allie's going to be doing some driving here tonight. You're way down here, and my microphone is worth about $50. I can't even get to you. I just realized that. So, hey, and then we have Garrett Ratu way down there on the Wayne's Towing mini monster truck. Garrett Ratu. How old, Garrett? 13 years old. How about that? That's pretty cool. Now, for the big monster trucks.
Hot donkey.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start here with this man here off in the corner. I have seen this truck here in my earlier days. I have been announcing here for 20 years now. And a guy named Randy Moore used to own the War Wizard, and he drove the wheels off of that. In fact, you look at the history of the War Wizard, and that truck has been torn apart every single which way. And when Randy Moore started thinking about retiring, he said, man, he's got to find a driver and an owner to turn this thing over and keep the history of this thing going. And RJ has been running at the Buck here for many years with different trucks. Then he had the opportunity to buy the War Wizard. What was that, 2017, RJ? Somewhere around there. It was kind of over the time, but really cool truck. This is probably the oldest truck for this historic truck here tonight. And I want to say, and join me in welcoming RJ Turner and War Wizard. All the way from Hagerstown, Maryland, so he does consider himself a, Corbin, if you could bring the music down a little bit, I'd appreciate it. Now, one of the newest trucks, I go from one of the oldest trucks created to one of the newest trucks created is, what is that, a 67 Jeep, like a mail delivery truck. It's the airmail truck down there, and this thing debuted just 2 years ago on the circuit. And Jordan Fisher, who runs this thing, he actually started as a young man crewing for the Shaker trucks. I got a Shaker right there in the middle. And that's what he did. But please welcome Jordan Fisher out of Salisbury, Maryland, driving airmail. This guy has got himself 557 cubic inches, a big block Chevy. He's right there in the middle. It's a Saigon Shaker. He has, I tell you, this guy is one hard, good driver over here. He's been driving 10 years, and I have watched videos of him, and I've seen him on TV. And was it in St. Louis when you did 2 consecutive backflips in a row with that truck? And I mean, that was wild. You should have won that freestyle event because I thought that was best. I'm just saying, me personally watching it. This guy has put this truck in new ways and really innovated a lot of different tricks in the monster truck world, and it's really cool to have him here. Please welcome out of Delmar, Delaware, Ryan Disharoon and Saigon Shaker. You know, and this is one of the largest monster truck teams that's taking place here. This is a team Throttle Monster. These 2 trucks here are owned by that team with the Velociraptor and Rockwell RED. It's a pleasure to have both these guys here. They're on the same team, but they are quite opposite style of driving, and it's really cool to have their different aspects going on here. But Preston Collins is driving the dinosaur over here, really cool thing. If this guy's name sounds familiar, it's because you might have seen him driving Equalizer way back in the days. I think you made your debut, or that was very early on in your career. But you have driven, I've seen you driving the Rockwell, the Shark Attack. I've seen you on TV driving that one. This guy has had a lot of different trucks at his helm, and I'll tell you, they trust him because this guy is just a driver through and through. And he comes from a big state. Any kids know what the second largest state is? First one's Alaska. What's the second one? Texas. You are correct. Can you believe this guy comes all the way from Texas? That is pretty eastern Texas, I think is where Liberty City? I want you to please welcome Preston Collins from Liberty City, Texas, driving the Velociraptor. Carson Williams, this guy, how many of you have seen the monster trucks on TV? You got the Monster Mutt, you got the Rottweiler, you got the Dalmatian, right? You seen that one? He's driven them all. This guy can do it all. And 1 year ago was a monumental lifetime experience that he had. It was his very first Monster Jam World Finals win. Is that correct? He had a big one, didn't he? And this is pretty cool to have Rockwell RED here. And Carson Williams, this guy has done a great job. And if you thought Texas was far away, he comes to Buck Motorsports Park all the way from the big state of Washington. Not Washington, D.C., Washington. Please give it up for Carson Williams driving Rockwell RED! Pretty cool. They're all going to be working their tails off to put a show on here for you tonight. But before we begin, we want to pay our respect. I see you up there. Here we go. In 5, 4.
should be Saigon Shaker. And who says it should be War Wizard? I think we have a winner. RJ, congratulations, man, on another win. This time in best trick, brother. I gotta ask you, going through that, talk us through what was going through your mind when you did that moonwalk, dude.
I was just kind of hoping that that concrete wasn't going to hit the bottom of my frame there. We've had a couple of incidents where that hit, but once I got it up there, it kind of spun on me a little bit. I couldn't see that race lane, so I didn't want to try walking too far. And there's a lot of things going on in there. You got to watch your oil pressure. You got to watch all kinds of different things. It's kind of nerve-wracking, but it's fun at the same time. I'm just glad we got that one to secure the win.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of drivers out here that are really, really good in those two-wheel moves, but hey, hearing the fans cheering for War Wizard, that had to feel the best, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. This is like one of my very first shows I've ever done here. I was told this is a simple, easy show, and no one ever does anything stupid at the Buck, and that first thing I do is go out there and cartwheel the truck. So we're here to put on a show. We just love coming here. The people are awesome. It's just like being a hometown boy here, and we love it here.
Well, there you go, Art. Best of luck to you, man, and again, a huge congratulations. Monster Truck fans, your best trip winner, RJ Turner and the War Wizard!
have the teammates here, actually. I don't know if they're I don't know if they'd be teammates now. At this point, I don't think so.
Well, they're bitter rivals, nonetheless. Monster Truck fans, for the 4th time in 2025, we started this afternoon off with 5 the top monster trucks in the country, and now we are down to the fastest 2 on a chase to the final championship for 2025 here at the Buck. Florida, Lancaster County, are you ready? To my left, the man who hails out of Oak Harbor, Washington, the West Coast Wacko and the Dinosaur of Destruction. Please welcome Carson Williams. Against the man who hails out of Liberty City, Texas, 577 cubic inches, 1,500 horsepower. The Red Line Royal Dinosaur of Destruction. Please welcome Preston Collins, Velociraptor. Someone's gotta win and someone's gotta lose. The question is, who is it gonna be?
Let's get a word from Carson Williams.
Well, thanks, Andy. I'm down here with the champ himself, Carson Williams and the Rockwell RED. Get you some of that, Carson. Phenomenal job. You got faster and faster after each round, man. What's going through your head right now knowing that you just won at the Playground of Power?
You know, it's the Playground of Power. You know what? That Rockwell RED machine put down the most power tonight. What a stacked lineup we have out here. My good teammate, Preston Collins, representing Team Throttle Monster with that Velociraptor machine. I always love it when we get to the final round. It was an honor racing Ryan Disharoon. I saw him at his very first monster truck event on the beach in Virginia 10 years ago. You know, me and RJ, I love racing against that guy. I've been with him all year at these independent shows, different promoters. It's awesome. It's always a good time with the Turner family. But you know what, guys? It's the last show at the Buck. That van stack's got my name written all over it. I want to get the biggest air out here. We're tearing for you fans. This racing track's been awesome, but this freestyle track's about to be even better. We got tough trucks coming up next, but the pinnacle of tonight's event, Monster Truck Freestyle. I want you guys to make some noise. Let's go!
have possibly, you see his left front tire where he actually has a great view of it. From his driver's seat, he can look right left front axle. Something's wrong.
I'm good here.
We're going to unlock it for you. Our officials will show you the direction where to go. It's going to cross the Run. From Liberty City, Texas, another member of Team Throttle Monster, this is Preston Collins, the dinosaur of destruction.
As soon as he got off kilter, I was like, woo!
It's just back at the fuel tank. So, there you go. He's going to wait for the green light and then see if he can pull a show. Cheer him on, folks. You want to see him
Let's see what he's done. So, Buck fans, let's find out who won Freestyle tonight. Who thinks the winner should be Rockwell RED? Who thinks the winner should be Air Mail? Who says it should be the Velociraptor? Who says it should be War Wizard? And who says it should be Saigon Shaker? All right, so they're saying it's a tie right now between Saigon Shaker and Velociraptor, but you know what? I don't know about you guys, but me and Andy don't like ties very much, so let's break this tie one time. Who thinks it should be the Velociraptor? All right, and who says it should be Saigon Shaker? It's official! Your winner, Ryan Disharoon and Saigon Shaker!
Congratulations, Ryan. That's a nice big win for him, no doubt about it.
Ryan, I don't even know what to say right now, man. I watched you when I was a kid race in East Rutherford and Foxborough and all across the East Coast and all across the stadiums, and now I'm seeing you as a event host winning here at the Buck, dude. You came in here with a purpose. You came in here to rock the house, and that's what you did, man.
I tell you what, that was for you fans who have just came and watched me every time I came out here. I can tell you the last time I came out here did not look like that one right there. So I am so happy the truck held together. Everything looked great. And a shout out to my little girl Willow. She's out here, she's having fun. And I know all you kids are having fun too, man. That's what it's all about. Thanks for supporting this place. This place is awesome. It's owned by a really good friend of mine. And he puts his heart and soul into this place. So keep coming and supporting him, and we'll keep putting on awesome shows. Thank you, guys.
Monster Truck fans, he is your freestyle champion, Flying Ryan Disharoon and Saigon